Let's in the meantime move on and shift focus as far as ever since last Saturday or early on Friday morning, we were looking at the release of the preliminary report of the AAIB. The foreign media seems to have jumped the gun already, and it seems that they had launched a smear campaign of sorts to pin the blame on the two Indian pilots who are no more to defend themselves, to put out their position, who were in charge of that ill-fated Air India flight. Now, there seems to be a concerted effort by vested interests to call it out even as human error or even as pilot suicide. They have gone far that ahead to in fact label it as pilot suicide, as a deliberate move. Now the preliminary report, however, repeat that what led to the crash, but start short on naming exactly what could be the possible causes and who is exactly responsible for the crash. But the foreign media seems to have latched on as far as when it comes to that paraphrased excerpt of the conversation that happened between the two pilots, because it is not given in clarity as to who was speaking and to whom when they had released the AAIB preliminary report. Now it seems that a report in the WSJ, which is the Wall Street Journal, that has been citing sources, has now claimed new details and blamed the senior pilot in the cockpit for the crash. Remember, both of the pilots were well experienced and has thousands of hours of flying experience. It claims that the black box recording of the dialogue between the flight's two pilots indicates that it was the captain who turned off the switches control fuel following the plane's two engine, as far as when it comes to the fuel supply that was cut off to the engines. Now the AAIB has now called up as far as the selective and unverified reporting by sections of international media, and in an attempt to jump to the gun to draw any quick conclusions, it further says that such actions are highly irresponsible at a time when the probe is still underway. Remember, this is just the preliminary investigative report that has come exactly a month after the tragedy. Further, they have now urged foreign media to refrain from spreading premature narratives and stop creating public anxiety on the basis of unfounded claims. Now, there has been a PIL, a public interest litigation, that has also been filed in the Madras High Court, which is seeking action against the defamatory media coverage. The petitioner here has sought detailed guidelines for aviation-related media reporting and has urged the court to pass orders to ensure that there is no premature or speculative statements that are made till the official investigative report is out.
I felt that even a pilot is, after all, a human being. Hearing people speak badly about and deeply hurt me more and more. In India, about 700 planes per day was operating. In that, now nearly 1,500 pilots were there. But the foreign media journalists speak in the way that hurts or insult them is very concerning, sir.
So Times Now, which has also managed to access the flight logs of the ill-fated Air India plane, the flight logs that mention how there were faults detected in the BPCU gateway minutes before the plane took off. And this is a system that actually controls electrical power routing, and it could have led to the plane to switch to the backup power in case of an emergency. Now, the flight logs that mention how there were several factors at play and could have also played a part in the event that followed on AI-171 plane. But why does this matter as far as when it comes to the flight logs that have now been accessed? Was it electrical failure that was involved? Because what the logs have been mentioning, according to sources that we have been getting, that it was a possibility in the fault in the BPCU gateway. Now, what does it mean? That when it comes to the system that actually controls the electrical power routing, it may have had or had caused communication on the left and the right parts of the plane. Why these faults are taken seriously? Because they do not directly ignite fires, but can break chain of protective logic if the electrical system, if combined with other failures, risk of overheating, and there is also an increased risk of thermal events like battery fires as well. So what does the AAIB report say? That AFT-EAFR had thermal damages to the housing, and what is being said that the forward EAFR was burnt and it was covered in soot. Now the questions that now arises over these logs, was it any electrical failure that led to the thermal event? Because through sources what we are learning as far as when it comes to all of these issues that may have led to the crash altogether needs to be delved into greater detail. Now when we speak on the spotlight, which is also on Boeing 787 Dreamliner's past, there has been at least 2 incidents of fire that has been reported in the initial years of Dreamliners in Japan, which led to the FAA grounding all of the Dreamliners being operated by the US airlines. So let's take a look exactly what had happened back then, because the early years of Dreamliner, when the fire incidents were involved, it was in Japan in January 2013. When it comes to Japan Airlines flight JL008, what is being said that it was the first serious safety incident that was involving a Dreamliner. After the passengers disembarked, the plane caught fire. Now there were flames, there were heavy smoke from the rear electronics bay, and the fire that started from the APU lithium-ion battery, and the cause, what is being said, that there was thermal runaway of one of the battery cells. That may have been the cause of the fire. There's been another incident that was reported. This is also in the year 2013 when it comes to ANA flight NH692. This was also a Boeing 787. That was forced to make an emergency landing when the pilots noticed a burning smell and warning lights that were on. Another issue as far as when it comes to now post these issues of fires that are concerned, the FAA grounded all of the Dreamliners operated by the US airlines. However, there were warnings that they were given. However, it needs to be delved into greater detail of what could have been the possible reason, whether electrical, mechanical, or any other reason that could have led to this ill-fated crash that happened in Ahmedabad.